All right. Lovecrafters unite.
Okay.
This is where if you're not watching Lovecraft, you can jump off the pod. There will be spoilers. We will talk about it in full, and we're through episodes 1 through 4. Fellas,
Hmm.
can we?
Before we
Can
start
we?
on that, can I just say one quick thing?
Yeah.
And this thing it's something that I guess it just hit me like last week.
Oh.
I've been asking people like, "Oh, do you fuck with Lovecraft?" And then I've heard people say, "Oh, I'm not watching it because with these times that we're in, and just like they're starting to picture like all white people to be bad, and then are they connected back to Watchmen and say that." And it really got me. Secretly, it got me hot.
Hmm.
And the reason it got me hot is because I don't know for how long
You've had to sit through.
black people being gangsters in movies
Yeah.
and them saying, and for that, even our Brown brothers, they're cartel drug dealers.
Yeah.
And if we really want to start going deep, the only time, for a while, the only time white people were bad guys is when they were the evil corporate person.
Yeah.
And they still didn't really get their hands dirty.
And they still had money and look fly
Yeah.
and get the girl.
And so
Yeah.
you're telling me you're
Yeah,
not watching.
they're only capable of white collar crimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you're telling me you're not watching this show because, it makes.
You're being villainized right
Yeah.
now. And you don't know how to take it. See, I'm glad you said that. Because you hang around a bunch of filmmakers. Out of nowhere, I'm around a bunch of filmmakers now, and that's the conversation that they've been having, bro. That's crazy. I didn't even pull that out as a means to talk about, but that's a really good point. The things we have to do to just engage with basic content, from music to film to podcasts, we got to kind of sort of like break past another wall to sort of see ourselves in it, if that's your thing. Some that's not for a lot of people, but for me,
Yeah, you gotta navigate some other type of egos.
yeah, I want to relate to this story a little bit, right? But what if the characters aren't relatable? What if none of these characters represent me in this thing? And we've been doing that from the beginning of time. I just showed the little homie, we just showed him Dennis the Menace for the first time. And I know that movie word for word. It's not a fucking black soul in that movie. It's interesting. It's an interesting thing, the amount of things we've consumed where there is zero representation for us ever.
Mm-hmm.
And now something that is on borderline phenomenon, and you hear white, and this is strictly for the filmmakers, because I've heard filmmakers say this.
Yeah. And that's.
Yeah, I just don't. It's just a little bit uncomfortable. White people being the villains like that. All right, man. And you for you not to see, the irony in that statement is like, oh, you don't get it for real at this point. Like if you can fix your lips to say that, you truly don't understand.
And if we want to go even deeper, if you're watching something, well, this is the way I want to make films.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not watching it and feeling something, then I've failed.
Exactly.
So if you're watching a show like Lovecraft, if you're watching something like Watchmen and you don't feel nothing,
It's a failure.
then they failed.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're scared to feel something, then that means you've been pre-auditioned to the wrong type of films.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just been me as a creator, it's like making me feel like some type of way. So the meaning, you want to make shit and you're saying you don't want to watch something because
It made
it
you
makes
feel-
you feel something.
Yeah, that comes down to and it goes so much deeper than just the films or the artistry itself, because that's a reflection of the times and a reflection of our world. And truly what it comes down to and what it has been explained as is the American dream that you were used to is something that you want. It's almost like a veil that you've put over the U.S. or just over America, and that's where you live within. So you live within your own thoughts and feelings and dreams of the American dream. And all of this is telling you that shit's been nasty out here for a certain group of people. But all you want to see is just one variation of it. which was how you were taught about it in textbooks. What your parents have told you. What you see on your blocks. You know what I mean, like stuff like that. So it's just like that's why it's unfathomable to white people that all this stuff is going on with the police. Like, how could they be? How can they be villainized like this when they're protecting us? Like, they've been protecting us. So what are you talking about? You got to be doing something wrong in order to find yourself in these situations. Like, it can't always just be the police.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're literally living in a parallel universe with white people.
Yep.
They're looking at this thing completely different than we are. And truthfully, in my book, this is me once again, being me, but I don't think it's our job to bring them over to our side.
No. You're absolutely right. And that's why Lovecraft is so great.
Yes.
It's taking a stance on storytelling and being like, oh, you have gone out of your way to go, you're not welcome here, and we're not going to accommodate you and write you into these stories. So guess what? We're not going to accommodate you and write you into these stories the way you want to be written into them.
Completely.
And that's why I didn't realize it till y'all started talking today. That's why I love Lovecraft. It's the first time in forever that there isn't this attempt to massage white people into the story and not make them feel uncomfortable.
Well, you remember what I said when I first saw Lovecraft? Is what I was saying was that it was like they took us in our mentality right now and put us back in the older times. So now we're not just succumbing to the times. We're actually going forward. We're not like, by falling back and like just succumbing to what was going on. Nah, we're actually leading a actual movement.
Absolutely.
In the middle of y'all being nuts. Yeah. Like, it's showing just how nuts this shit has been. But that's the extreme times. Like, now it's just it's covert. But back then it was literally okay to have fucking sundown counties.
Yeah.
That shit was okay. It was okay when the fucking sun went down for you to hang us from a tree. That was okay for you.
Yeah.
And everybody just was like, okay, yeah,
that's the law.
It was okay for me to go eat on the outside window while y'all chilling on the inside of this building.
Yeah.
In the AC. Yeah. I'd go eat in the alleyway.
Man.
That was okay. So that's that type of shit, bro. Like, I love it. It was okay for you to just park outside of my house and put the fucking tie the brick to the damn to the horn, even though y'all live on this block too. It was okay for y'all just to do that shit and just allow that to just ring on and on and on for days, weeks. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so I think I thought the biggest part for me was when they threw a party while that shit was going on.
Mm-hmm. A function.
That's some shit.
A function.
Full on function.
Bro.
Like, pull up.
Well, lead actor's name, Jonathan Majors, maybe? Yeah. Bro's phenomenal. Five Bloods. He bodied that shit.
Atticus?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, he's engaging, bro. Like, he commands a room every time he walks in that motherfucker.
You had a note.
Oh, my note was like, I wouldn't be mad if they do. If they are thinking about like just finding a new actor for Black Panther.
Thinking about him. I'm not mad at that. I think anybody else is way too high profile, and I think that's what it was about Chadwick. Like, his persona didn't overtake the storyline, right? So if you try to put an Idris in there, you try to go do something like that where it's like, nah, that don't really make sense. And I think that's why he's bodying Lovecraft too, because we don't know enough of him to go. I just, these characters that are this special, they kind of have to have this this anonymity that just the big names aren't afforded right now, especially because they're from an era where celebrity was the thing, as opposed to the acting. And he's bodying the acting on this shit. Like, it don't have nothing to do with nothing else other than he's a really great actor.
My question is he American or is he gonna come out with an accent, man?
I think he's American.
Nah,
Okay.
yeah, I hope
All right.
so. Yeah.
All right. I was about to say, man, we can't have another one. He's supposed
You
to
guys talk. I'm gonna check.
be from fucking Britain,
We were talking about
bodying our lingo.
Dill, Neek. Shout out Dill, Neek, Bree, and Amber. We were like nerding out at the part. Like, that was pretty tight too to have like a nerd session about Lovecraft. And Dill and Amber pointed out the hidden gems of episode 3.
Graduated from Yale.
Jonathan Majors did?
Yeah.
Bruh's hella okay. That explains it.
So let's see.
Okay. Yeah, it's hella gems for sure. I'm gonna go back and watch them.
He's from California.
There we go. There we go. We got one.
From where?
Lompoc.
Lompoc.
We got one, man.
SoCal.
I'll take it.
There we go. Any I don't know. How did y'all feel about episode 4? Do you have it? Because they did only 8 episodes, right, for the season, right? Or is it 10?
I didn't even check. I'm scared to check.
I think
Because
it's
whatever they said, I was going to be like, oh, that's not enough. So,
Yes.
Or no, maybe, okay, this is going to reveal. Maybe P-Valley was only 8, and I'm confusing the two.
P-Valley is only 8.
yeah.
Did you watch P-Valley?
For sure.
Did you watch P-Valley?
I started it. I haven't finished it yet.
You finished?
That's for sure a guilty pleasure, man.
I'm not ashamed of it. And I don't want to call it a guilty pleasure, but it does feel that way.
It's definitely a guilty pleasure.
It's a really good show.
It is.
It's a really good show.
It is. I hope they don't power us, but it's a really good show.
I have a strange feeling that they don't have any choice but to power us. I want to encourage the writers.
Hopefully they can hold out as long as possible before they power us.
I want to encourage the writers of P Valley to push the bar, because y'all got a great product. Salute to y'all. That's it. Like, I just really like the show.
Hey, Monty, have you ever had somebody openly tell you that they was trying to 360 you?
I'm just laughing at the way L said it. Hey, Money, you ever...
Did they present the 360 to you?
So this is sad, but yes, it happens more than you think.
Really?
Because you're not supposed to know what a 360 sounds like, right? So it's like, oh man, we want to help you. We want to do the music, like we're gonna do it, and that's how it always goes, to do the music. But the podcast, man. Oh, and the shows. Oh man, and aren't you a writer too? Oh, we can help you with all of that.
You can put that on the umbrella.
Wait, what? So you want to get a piece of everything? Yeah. And had I been any dumber, God, I'd be on by now. You win some, you lose some. Where are we at? Lovecraft, episode 4. You guys fucked with it?
Yeah, I gotta go back and watch it.
I
told you my mind is screwed.
Oh, Tenet.
Yeah, Tenet screwed my mind, so I gotta go back and watch it.
You saw it too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it
Okay,
again.
you guys are ruining it. I'm gonna watch it. I promise I'm gonna watch it. Then what do we have about Lovecraft? We just love where it's at. Any expectations going forth? You just want to see?
I'm just letting it roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested in the witch lady because I feel like she's going to get whatever the hell she's looking for.
Oh, without a doubt.
I'm interested in the witch lady and
The dad.
what's going on with the sister now.
The sister seems obvious, right? She's just a pawn and doesn't know that she's a pawn, and then she's gonna figure out that she's a pawn, and she's gonna be like the hero of it. That's what I feel like is gonna happen.
And see, part of me thinks she's gonna figure out she's a pawn, but it might be too late, and then she's fucked.
Stick to it.
No. It's gonna be too late when she figures it out. Like, they're gonna get what they want via her, but once she figures out that they used her, it's gonna bring her and her sister back together. Is what I'm calling.
And see, that's where I'm like, it's gonna try to bring them back together,
And it's gonna be too late.
And when I'm saying too late, like,
Oh, you mean that?
she might die, and then the other sister has this guilt and other shit that
Got you.
we have to deal with in
Got you.
season 2
Got you.
because she pushed her to that.
And so that was the other thing I was saying too. It's going a little too well. So some catastrophic shit has to happen in the next few episodes. Like, it's just going too well. with the exception of losing the uncle. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say it's just, the second episode is what set off everything. So they just try to have this chill a little bit.
Yeah, and then the uncle's wife and what she's about to figure out and how much of an asset is she going to be to the team or how much of a hindrance is she going to be to the team.
I think she's full blown hindrance.
Do you think so?
I think once she gets out there and gets like some details on some shit, she's here to fuck some. She's here to fuck it up.
Yeah,
yeah, because she lost him over that shit. So I think that is probably gonna put a wrench in everybody's plans. I did rock with letting Atticus know that he ain't the only one going through this shit.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
I love every time she boss up.
Why you keep acting like you the only one that's went through shit? Like,
bro,
the way she delivered that line was perfect.
She is acting her ass off. It's just unfortunate that Jesse's her brother. But Juicy
Smollett. Hey, Dave is a genius, bro.
He really is, man.
So, do you guys think that the uncle is the dad?
He is the dad.
The uncle's the dad, but I think I did like what Amber's talking about with the dad though, like the dad potentially being what's the name?
Amber was on some whole.
She was bodying some shit.
Yeah,
like,
shout out to Am.
I don't know every time she watched it or that's like what but she got some real gems.
She got some
in
real
there.
gems. We gotta have. Matter of fact, is she up? Let's see. See if she's up.
Yeah, because she got some shit to throw out there. But yeah, Lovecraft, amazing. We are Lovecrafters to the end. Keep bodying scripts and shit, man.
Yeah.
Like the freedom to do so. Mm-hmm. Hopefully that opens up the door.
Cut. You're on the pod. Don't say anything crazy.
What's up?
Where's Amber?
She. Where's she at? I think at the house.
Oh shit. Okay, I was trying to get her Lovecraft take.
Oh shit. Good luck with that.
No,
It's gonna be a long one. She thinks too like the white.
There you go.
The white man is the same person.
Wait, say it again, Cut.
She think the white chick and the white man is the same person. The little blonde haired chick. And the nigga will be stomping on her.
But wait, I love how Freak is breaking it down because the way Amber was kicking it, they're saying the same thing just in two totally different ways, by the way. So I just want to point that out.
Nah, because Freak done got that theory off hella times now. So he just like, bro, just like
I don't know about that one, bro. But
hey, have you?
I guess they read the book and I said in the book, I guess it's supposed to be a man or some shit like that. But it's possible.
Have y'all seen Splice?
The old movie?
Yeah, the movie with Adrian Broner when
Nah.
Yeah. When he's in love with the little weird.
So you telling me that's what she is? Like she could switch back and forth between the genders?
Bro, I'm so lost in the whole
It's highly possible though because when in the second episode when they pulled up to the house, that car was there and they said that she was gone.
And do they ever show both of them at the same time?
That's what she kept saying. Amber kept saying they'd never show them at the same time.
Never.
I thought bro was going with when everybody became a statue.
Yeah.
But I don't know. See, I got a different take. I don't know about that, but that's a possibility now that I think about it.
Man, I don't know. Y'all dropping gems, Cut. I'm gonna hit you after.
All right.
All right, late boy.
All right, man.
Oh man, no, it was a really good day, and I was so happy that everybody fucked with that show as much as like, it's just good. It's just good to have. So we got a group thread. It's getting started tonight before the show. Be sure to add you on it. Talk a lot of shit.
Yes, sir.
Anybody want to be a part of our Lovecraft fan club? Let us know. We can add you.
For sure.
Are we starting that now?
Yeah, man.
It started as soon as I said Lovecrafters.
Lovecrafters unite.
Lovecrafters unite. Everybody get your think pieces off.